Welcome. Hello. How are you? I love it. Paloma, Mickey, digital penetration with Lynn and Air. Oh, hello. Hello to that name. Hello. Welcome to Say What with Waht and Chris. I'm Waht. Chris is not here. She informed me 2 minutes ago that she would be 2 minutes late. So, good thing we have a 5-minute buffer. As normal, you guys, we have 5 minutes. We're not going to get started until 5:05. So, grab your snacks, get your drinks, prepare yourselves for this lineup that we have going on right now. I'm going to put myself on mute because I'm eating some food. And for those of you who have a problem with me eating, hi, I raced here from work, didn't have time. So, I appreciate you. I appreciate it. Jasmine, hello. Jasmine says, I like it. 3 people in the room and 4 likes. I love those odds. 8 people in the room. I hope that we have 9 likes. Okay, let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Also, again, if my internet goes crazy, I will stop talking, but Chris will be there to talk. So there's that. All right, guys, going mute. Jana Lynn, hello. Hello, Anne-Marie. Hello, Tana Grant. Hello. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I've been trying. I didn't want to just leave you guys in the lurch for 3 weeks. I've been pumping them out, right? 3 a week, I think. I'm real proud of myself. I mean, toot my own horn, but toot toot. Lisa, hello. Haven't seen you in a very long time. Hello. It's been a minute, sis. It's been a minute. Remind the people. Remind the people. If you guys are wondering what I'm eating lemon dill tuna salad from Good and Gather, which is the Target brand. I enjoy it. You're absolutely welcome. Thank you. Yes, I got up early and I missed part of my job. Well, I had a doctor's appointment. And then I was like, I should go live. I'm going to be late anyway. I should go live. So I did. And so if you guys are wondering about that, go check it out. It's up. It's available. I really dig the earlier time. Oh, you're welcome. We're going to do our best to do that, to try to get in earlier. Working in these COVID streets. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Oop. There she is.
Hi.
Hey guys, welcome to Say What with Juan Chris. I'm Waht.
I'm Chris.
And this is 124. So Chris, I have spotty Wi-Fi.
You didn't have to say it, but you did because I could tell. Yeah. Well, we're doing our best, aren't we, my loves? Here's the thing. And I'll tell you, spotty Wi-Fi. What are you eating? Are you like eating something fun? Your hair looks great, obviously. No, you're not eating something fun. Looks fun. Your hair looks amazing. Do you like it? You talked about it before. See your highlight. Did you talk about it before I got here? Your hair?
No.
Okay. Because you've done live since you got it in. So like you didn't have to talk about it.
I mean, internet's back. Okay, so what I've been doing is if the internet goes out, I stop talking so that you guys aren't seeing like, but you definitely can let me know if it's fine and I should continue talking. So hopefully we'll get it to. Oh, Busola, it's not 124 episodes. It's actually just 24 episodes. But thank you. Thank you for 24. I don't know why I numbered it that way. I thought I was doing something, and it turns out I'm not doing anything. So there's that.
She's doing the Hollywood thing of doing like season 1, episode 24. So she's doing like you know how like when you were in college you took like 100 like and that was like basic, but like you didn't take like 1, and it wasn't like you took like 99 classes after that, and now you're at biology 100. Like, oh my God, I've already known so much about biology. Like, no, that's the beginning. 100's the beginning. So same thing. Yeah. So yeah. Just I don't know exactly, if you go silent, just like, give me like a little like finger information so I know that like you're not trying to talk,
Give you a finger information? You want me to just put it in the private chat?
No, you can just be like.
Okay, I could do that. I'll do that.
Okay.
That works. You guys check Chris out on any of her social medias. And hi, everybody in the room. We want to thank everybody. Janelyn is here. So let's get started because I promised the people we'd start at 5 minutes. So first thing that we are going to talk about, felicidades and congratulations to, I don't know why I said it like that, to Miss Cardi B. She had her son on the 4th of September. And, I don't know his name and we don't need to know his name. I don't need to see this baby. I want her to keep it private. Kept culture under wraps for about 3.5, 4 months, which I'm fine with. You don't show us a wrinkly newborn baby. We know they look like little aliens, so let's let the features come in and then show us his cuteness. Chris?
Yeah. I'm in and out a little bit. Okay. I mean, that Louis Vuitton blanket is so cute, Oh my God, look at this super chat. Beep, beep, dee, Jessie Lee. Beep, 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 beep. Hi, everyone. Let's thumbs it up. We love Juan Chris. It's totally true. Thumbs it up. 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 Very growly thumbs it up. But I've been practicing my growls, Wah. Anyway, thank you so much, Jessie Lee. That's so sweet. How you still pinky time?
Oh no, we're good now.
Okay.
What's the signal to let you know I'm back?
The pinky in the other side.
Okay. So I'll be like, and then I'll be like, okay.
You can just, you can just do one or the other. But yeah, I just want to say the thing about the Cardi thing is, like I love that Louis Vuitton like hospital blanket. God bless.
And I was looking at this article that was written about her, and I guess the delisted is snarky, but I particularly hated it. I was like, oh, I'm a Cardi B fan because I was like, don't talk about Cardi like that. Blah, blah, blah. Let me just read you a little caption of what she said, which had my eyes rolling like crazy. And no, Cardi's son don't have to learn how to speak really fast so he can scream. Keep that shit away from my precious eyes when she held him, because Cardi's birthin' look did not include those eye-poking talons of glamour. Newborn with long-ass nails? Like, what?
Delisted is made by primarily, and there's more writers than one, but the POV or like primary voice of Delisted is this guy named Michael Ca, who is one of the most seminal, I think, satire writers. Now, I don't know who wrote this article, and you know, I have to look back. Did I give it to you? I can look it up, I guess. See, Michael Ca wrote it, and the truth is, I would assume Michael Ca would be a huge Cardi B fan. So I don't know. I wonder what the situation is. That I do love Delisted. So interesting. But yeah, like, sorry.
This person said something ridiculous about, like, not ridiculous, but just like Offset, and named all of his kids and the baby mamas. And it's like, girl, we didn't need all that. Like, it was just a lot. And it, like, what was the other thing said? It was like, what are they both going to doing just laying around like that? They need to get their asses up and go back to work. Yes, the internet claims that their combined network is 70 million, but they still need to keep millions coming in if they want to slather their son in luxury and opulence as they have with culture. And it would be considered rich baby abuse if the poor child was seen holding the sister's hand-me-down diamond rattle. And I was like, can folks who had nothing show what they have? Like, you not understand rap and or Black culture to like come at, okay, anyway, you can tell I'm a fan, right? I'm a fan, so that's what's happening.
You know what? Here's the thing. I do not think that you're right. Like, I totally appreciate normalizing people of color and Black wealth, Black luxury, Black wealth. I'm very into that. You know, like, it's like, could I stand? I mean, if it wasn't, I don't like, how could I create? I mean, could I create a charity? No, I can't, because it's, but it's like, I want to create a charity that celebrates luxury and wealth of people of color. Is that charity? What a charity, a foundation, maybe like a cultural society that celebrates it. I mean, wow, what is allowed for me? I don't know. You tell me. But you know, okay. Yeah, like, I can see what you're saying. Like, and I wonder who writes that article, you know, but that is the, you know, it's you know, I don't know. I agree with you.
So. Yeah, I mean, we know he has a lot of kids, and I was just like, well, I mean, he doesn't have a lot. Like, he has more than 3, which, you know, can be considered a lot in some circles. But 2 of them are with his wife. So at least he married one of them. And then they had to point out that the 2 last, the first one is 11, and then there's 2 that are 6 years old, and they're both different moms, 6. And so I'm just like, do we need all that? All you had to do is say this is his 5th child. Like, I don't know. It was really just like a little bit of judgy of how ridiculous Cardi is. And I'm like, you know what? This bitch has done a lot of work. And I guess I just feel, let me just tell you what I feel about Cardi. And I've told this story a million times. I was minding my own business, walking from downstairs to upstairs. My sister is in her room watching Love and Hip Hop, which I never watch. In fact, I hate it, and I think it makes Black people look bad. I'm one of those people. I can't watch it. And all I hear is, no. That is all I hear. I walk into her bedroom, and I see a stacked high tittied Cardi B on the television, and I stood there, and I just was like, and I was like, who is she? And my sister was like, oh, that's Cardi B. And I was like, tell me everything. Tell me more. Tell me all of it. Like, yeah. My sister, she's going to be a star. That is it. And I said, she's going to be a star. My sister was like, oh, she has an Instagram. And this is when she had fucked up teeth. You know what I'm saying? This is when she like slowly fought that girl. I saw that slow fight, and I was a little disappointed at her for fighting. But I was like, oh no, there is something about her that has completely drawn me in. And so I just, ever since then, has watched this girl skyrocket. And I feel personally responsible. It's her. She did it. But I also put that positive vibe out in the air because I just heard her voice. And I went into her room and I stood there and I was like, this person is going to be a star.
Yeah.
So,
you willed it. You willed it and it happened. So.
Okay, let's move on. This is something, Chris, maybe you could talk a little bit more about it. But Fran Drescher is in the news.
Oh, yeah.
I love me some Fran Drescher. I follow an Instagram account that has her fashions from The Nanny. And I was just like, yes, bitch, like 100% I'm into it. I recently was binge watching it. I got to season 3 and then it was too much, but then I'm going to pick it back up. So she is now the president of SAG-AFTRA.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Correct. And people are mad about it, Chris. Why are they mad?
I love you so much. So that Instagram account, if you want to follow what Waht's talking about, is called What Fran Wore. And it just goes and like documents all of the Instagram looks that they could, literally archive from different episodes of The Nanny. So What Fran Wore. And so we have just elected a new president of SAG-AFTRA, which is the union for actors. It was so SAG is Screen Actors Guild, and then years and years ago was AFTRA was like American Federation of Television and Radio Artists. Okay, but like God bless, now the digital world has like really engulfed both in their archaic terms. So they should just make the whole thing something else. But anyway, Gabrielle Carteris, which you might know as Andrea Zuckerman, was our SAG president, past the one that just left, and then there was obviously a presidential race, and there was two factions, and like one's called like Members First and one's called like United. It's like I don't even know. Like I don't even really know the answer to like all of this. Like I can't sit here and tell you like the SAG politics. I'm so sorry. Like I just don't know it. It's a whole world. Like you think I can like I can't like be in America and deal with the politics of America right now and also just be like, well, let's get into the politics of the SAG-AFTRA honey union right now. So Fran was president, right, coming into and wanted to be president. She has a vice president or a secretary treasurer is really the person she's running with. And then the other person running was Matthew Modine, who you might know as another actor. And then he was running with his secretary treasurer, Jolie Fisher, who is, she is, okay. She's okay. Okay. You know how Carrie Fisher, is she Carrie Fisher's sister or stepsister? Okay, so Carrie, their dad left their mom for Elizabeth Taylor. So that guy's other kids. I mean, it's just like Hollywood lore or whatever. God bless. Oh God, Jolie Fisher. Someone else tell me who Jolie Fisher is.
You're right. What? She did. You're right. That guy left the actress who is Carrie Fisher's mother is an actress. Can't recall her name right now.
I do.
What's it?
Debbie Reynolds.
Okay, so Debbie Reynolds is an actress. Was an actress. A fairly big name of her time. She was married to a man. That man.
Eddie Fisher.
Yes. That man left her rather famously and like bigly and largely and like shadily and all kinds of nonsense for Elizabeth Taylor. During a time where Elizabeth Taylor was Elizabeth Taylor and Debbie Reynolds was Debbie Reynolds. So Carrie Fisher, and you would know Carrie Fisher from Star Wars, right? She's Princess Leia. She's like she's Hollywood royalty. If you didn't know that. So she's like second generation Hollywood. And she grew up in a crazy ass situation where her mother was this movie star. And then she came up and was like doing coke. And, she's a movie star's kid. So she was like fucked up. She was, whatever. But anyways, this is that's what Chris is trying to explain. Go ahead.
Okay. So then, and they have a contentious campaign, these two president-elects, right? It's all of this business back and forth. We're still talking about like, yeah, that's what Fran wore. Okay. And people are saying that like, oh, Fran like accuses the other side of like, not following rules, and the other side then tries to sue Fran or whatever. And then Jolie Fisher like comes out with the statement. So anyway, Fran wins. Oh, look at the super sticker. Yay. Hard to know. Thank you. You're not. Oh yeah. I always had this thing. So I'm like, hard to know, but easy to love. It's like, I don't know why I always think of that for you, but, and I still like, I'm obsessed to know like the entire travel story of what Thailand or Eastern. Yeah. I know. I'm like, can you tell us? Hard to know. Like, did you tell us last time? You didn't.
No, she's never said it. We've always been like, oh my God, looks like you're on some sort of Asian bank. Looks like there's like a Thai boat behind you. And she's just like, here's more money. And we're like, no, just tell us about this boat.
Sitting by the dock of the Thailand, sending us money, and we thank you so much. Ooh, you're sitting on that dock in Thailand, and we appreciate you. Okay. So I can't get over this story. It's like, this is done. I'm like, I even like love this story. It's just this crazy situation involves Fran. So then Fran wins. Okay. Fran wins SAG-AFTRA. is president. But the weird thing about SAG-AFTRA is, and I don't understand this either, and like this is really just goes to show you the privilege that I have, like don't understand anything about this. But here's the thing, if I made enough money for, I don't know, 1 year of like insurance, that'd be fine. So you actually vote twice for like each person. So Fran's secretary treasurer / vice president person didn't get it, and the other persons did, the other person being Jolie Fisher. So now Fran is president and Jolie Fisher from different parties are working together. And then Jolie had the statement like, well, Fran is like a shiny object. She's a survivor, honey, and she is funny and talented, but running a union? No. And then Fran had this statement like, well, I know that I don't have a lot of experience running union, but I've done a lot of nonprofit work, and I promise you that everything I don't know, I'll work tirelessly to find out. And I guess I was like, okay, and like I'm so happy that all these actors have all of these long resumes of union administrative work. I didn't know that Jolie Fisher had all of that, and Matthew Modine had all of that, like resumes of honey working as a teamster. I don't know. What a world all these actors live that I don't live, but I should know more about,
Yeah, so it's just this weird actory situation where like people are like, well, she shouldn't be, and it's like this should definitely be a satire or something in the veins of like, what's that satire with the people who have the dog show with that Eugene Levy and Catherine O'Hara were in?
Show.
Yeah, like this definitely needs to be a satire. Like how they do pageant satires. This needs to be the next like Hollywood satire of like, who was president of the Actors Guild, and the shenanigans that ensued. All right, so that's a little bit about that. The next topic, the next thing we are going to talk about is this viral moment that happened in Venice. It looks like there was this man who's married. And let me tell you, this man is married, but not to this woman. This is Jessica Chastain, as we all know her. She's one of the beloved redheads in television these days. She's not Bryce Dallas
or Christina Hendricks.
Yeah, there's like 3 or 4. Well, no, Christina Hendricks, is that the one who was in Pitch Perfect?
No, she was. Well, is she? I'm sorry. No, I think of her as Mad Men. Was she a redheaded Mad Men? Now maybe she has like a lot of moments. Sorry,
Anna Hendricks you're talking about. No, so Jessica Chastain looks a lot like Bryce Howard Dallas. She looks a lot like Bryce. So don't get them mixed up, okay? But anyways, Jessica Chastain is on the red carpet in Venice with someone else's husband, and this husband is kissing this woman's arm, and I'm like,
armpit.
This is inappropriate. This is like worse than anything Ari and Biniam have ever done. You should watch our recaps of 90 Day the Other Way to know that is.
Yeah. No, they're in a show together. So like literally they're just on the carpet, honey. And then he just looks at her like he is about to dip her in fondue, honey, and slurp the French cheese off of her, And so he just like goes into her armpit and he just like, he's just like, so you're just like, but they're also on the red carpet, literally just like, so then he like walks off and she's just posing, honey, and he is staring at her like where you're just like, it's acting. And they're brilliant actors, by the way. I read somewhere that they were in Juilliard 20 years together, honey, which then made it even hotter. But yeah, they're both married with 2 kids, which made it gross. So here's the thing. Everyone's saying it's a publicity stunt to have people go see their show. And even in, I think that probably it is. Or they knew what they were doing because she tweeted out, like in response to all the like hoopla about this. Do you have it, Waht? I don't think I put it there. A picture of Morticia Adams, and there's like a still that she tweeted because like that's not something he would do. He would just like kind of like put his like head in her armpit, or looked like he was about to like sniff her or kiss her armpit, which I do want to hear if anyone in this chat thinks that's hot or has had a person that's like into that. By the way, I do think it's hot. Thanks for asking. But in this situation, I think it's fake. And I think it's rude for them to like their kids to see that. I think it's rude for their in front of their baby mamas to see that. So even if it's like, I don't know, I just think I'm really into the respect of the family unit and like marriage. That's just why I talk about Ariel and Binyam. I have a really hard time with how she's treating Binyam in this situation. Like, unless she really is just coming at that situation, like, I brought my ex-husband here because you have left me at home night after night to go have all your friends, and I have a baby, and this is now me teaching you a lesson, but you have not made that clear, and that doesn't read, Ariel. So now this means that you don't understand how life works. You're just going to bring your ex-husband to stay with you and your fiance, make him feel bad all the time. I mean, it's really just, I don't know, it's disrespectful.
I agree. Like, I don't know that I would agree to this. Even if I know they're both booed up, I don't know that I would agree to there being pictures, even for publicity. This isn't the 90s. You don't need that for publicity. There are other things you can do. I'm not going to go see this show. It doesn't matter. I wouldn't see it anyway. But like, especially now, I'm just like, ugh. Like, it doesn't do anything for me. It's an old Hollywood trick to have the person thinking, to have the audience think that the leading people, you know, they did it with Richard Gere and any of his co-stars. They did it with Meg Ryan and any of her co-stars. Like, but I just, now that we're in a different time, right? Now it's not just newspaper or whatever and publicity, and we have seen pictures of them and their spouses, know they have children, and it's just like, this wasn't the old Hollywood trick to bring back, in my opinion. But okay, to each his own. Woo! All right. Next thing on our docket is, everybody's been talking about it, but I wanted to talk about it for just a second. Trick Daddy. Chris does not.
You know what? I actually have to go check up my food. So why don't you talk about this for a second, and I'll come right back, okay?
Really, like, that's what you did.
Do you mind if I dump out for a second? I'll be right back, okay?
All right, I'll take you off. All right, you guys. So, Trick a Daddy, you guys. There was a situation this week where he was on a podcast and he was talking about getting his exit licked. And they were like, oh, do you do X, Y, and Z? And he's like, sometimes. So that's kind of been all out. Everyone's like, oh my God, like Trick Daddy is just talked about in public, him having his exit licked. Fondled. He gets ate out, he says, is what it is. And they asked him if do you do on all fours or do you do legs up? And he's like, sometimes. Not here to kink shame anybody, but it's interesting when I find out people's sexual, thingy things that they do. Oh my God, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you. Yes. You know, it happens, you know. Victory's like, no. And I'm just like, I just feel like, let's talk about, I'm okay with celebrities talking about their kink so that it kind of normalizes kink. And that's all I wanted to say about it. That's all I wanted to say about it. Just like, it was an interesting thing that everybody's talking about. I just want to say that. Also, these two are pregnant again. And if you don't recognize this almost black-looking person and this absolutely black-looking person, this is Kylie Jenner and this is Travis Scott. These are the parents of Stormy and now the parents of this new baby that's coming into the world. There was a comment once made that if she were to be, if she weren't who she was, she doesn't know who she is, then people would have a problem with her having children so young. Because isn't she like the youngest? Isn't she the youngest?
Yes, she is the youngest.
She's very young and she's got 2 kids. And so, but she's a millionaire. and she doesn't want for any money. And obviously she can hire lots of help, as a working mom. And I feel like people came at Cardi when she got pregnant at 25 saying it wasn't the right time. Like, what's the difference? Why do we have such faith? Why are we so okay with Kylie? I'm not saying we shouldn't be okay with Kylie. I think we should be, but I think we should be okay with everybody across the board being young, having a child.
Now, I love Cardi too. So I think what happened with Cardi is that she got pregnant so early on, and we felt like the trajectory of her star-making career, that I think some people who take ownership, who shouldn't, of a star who they loved early on basement and who have such like a very intense relationship with their fans, they're like, Cardi, don't get pregnant right away, thinking that she has to take time off in such a way that will make it so that she won't be able to get on top of her game enough or whatever. And she really proved that wrong, because I think that we as a society are like, okay, the way Beyonce did it, honey, she had a whole group, then she had a whole solo career, and she waited like 15 years and then had a baby and then waited and then had 2 more, and Cardi felt like she got famous and then started to have babies. And we were like, are you sure? Is it ready? But like, here's the thing, across the board, no one's opinion about anyone else's life matters, period, the end, so, there are younger women to have kids, and, there's different situations, and as long as the kids are happy.
Yeah. So to me, yes, as long as the kids are happy. Also, like the sister Courtney, I don't know how old Courtney was when she had her kids, but she definitely had her kids before the other 2. Mm-hmm. And so you are just going to have people who are less careful when it comes to that. I think that a woman who manages to not get pregnant in her 20s actually put some effort towards that. Because it's very easy biologically for you to get pregnant in your 20s. So if you somehow escaped your 20s without getting pregnant, you either weren't having sex, or when you were having sex, you were very careful and made sure that it happened. I'm one of those people. I wasn't careful all the time, but I was careful. Why do I keep saying the word wrong? 98% of the time. So obviously Kylie's not one of those people. If she wasn't up to possibly getting pregnant, then she wouldn't have. And there are always going to be young mothers of any social class. She has the money, she has the time, she has the resources.
It's such a personal journey. Like, I understand what you're saying. It's hard to like not to leave your 20s not pregnant, but there's a lot of women who are maybe aren't as fertile or whatever. So I think that, I think what a time to talk about women's bodies or whatever. I mean, like, at the same time, it's like everyone has such a very specific journey and everyone's so different. So, it's interesting that Kylie made it such a priority to have a baby so young. Like, she really wanted that, like she could have not had a baby that young easily and we would have never known if she was pregnant, like so many things could have happened. So, she really wanted a baby, and she really wants a second baby, and, that's important to her, and she's getting what she wants. So I hope we all do in the end.
Yeah, I definitely feel like, looking back, I wish not. I would have changed a lot, but if I hope that my children are mature enough and emotionally intelligent enough to have a kid in their 20s, because I would like to see my grandchildren. But because I chose to do it so late. A side note for those of you guys who didn't watch my live earlier today, I had my doctor's appointment with my infertility doctor, and I'm gonna start the process next month. So I'm going to get the x-ray to make sure that my fallopian tubes are good. My right fallopian tube was not good post-operation, so we don't know what it's going to look like. And we're going to start off with insemination just to see what happens. And then I'm not going to put too much into insemination because it's like $500 a pop or whatever. But anyways, so there's that. Did you have a question?
You know what? Off camera, I will.
Okay.
Thanks. That's great.
So so there's that. So, talking about babies and stuff, I'm just like, I wish her all the best, and she has the money and the resources in which to do so. So there's no energy for me. There's no like, oh, she shouldn't, whatever for me. Now I think you were starting to go on to, did you want to like briefly talk about Texas and what's happening with the abortion stuff? Or we don't have to. I just thought you were maybe going to go in that trajectory. If you wanted to, I was like, you can.
I talked about it in my live, and I just, it's just like, it's a pervasive topic, talking about pregnancies, women's bodies, or it's just like how interesting, I think that everything is connected. And I think, again, that going towards one's own autonomy and then having the respect that one chooses their life, that's good for them. Good for them makes sense. So I guess both, I was trying to make a point or a parallel to both. We just got a crazy, crazy super chat from Hard to Know.
Girl, sing to her. Sing to her. I can't.
God, like, I wish I knew something else about, okay, like another like boop. Okay. Boop, 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 boop. Coming. Do, 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 do. They say the neon lights are bright on that pier in Thailand.
Do, do, do.
There's always a beautiful lemongrass fragrance in the air. Where you're gonna have a spring roll and maybe dip it in a peanut sauce. Hard to know you are the best, and we both know.
Yay!
We both know.
Hard to know. Thank you so much. Yeah. I get overwhelmed so much.
No, that's incredibly generous. Like, no, at least it's like not lost on us that like you just gave us $50. I mean, well, you know what I'm saying? But like amazing in the sense of like, that's like a theater ticket.
Yeah. And
thank you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And just so you guys know, no, it doesn't matter. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. JW, what a nice thing to say.
I'm going to. I can't wait. Like Mason ad, like there's all these like cute like Instagram ads I get of like cute baby stuff, and I will go to town.
Oh my God, Mickey, stop with this. Mickey has been like, okay, so let me tell you the joke. First of all, when we were like, hard to know, you won't tell us where you are in Thailand. Mickey said, well, their name wouldn't be hard to know if they were just going to tell us. And I was like, ha, 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 ha. And now here comes Mickey with, we've got friends in Thai places. Mickey, stop it with the jokes.
I like it.
Love it. Okay, so I haven't actually talked about the Texas thing. I haven't been following it because part of me feels like if I just ignore it, then like it'll go away and it won't be a thing, which is crazy. But I just don't get why people who are not women and even other women, I just don't understand why people feel like they should have some say in your reproduction organs. Now, that being said, I do have some crazy ideas when it comes to who should be able to have kids and who shouldn't, because socially, I worry about children being put into foster care, children being brought into shitty ass situations. So I have those ideas, but never on a national scale would I ever think to create policy in which we police someone else's body, because there is nothing equivalent, and it only affects a certain specific woman. I mean, group of people. It does not affect men in a direct way. So I just
that's me. It's me.
Okay. I have such like worry about that, because when that happened to me, I was like, so I was worried. It's me. Here, let me put my thing on do not disturb. So anyways, I just don't feel like that is appropriate. And I'm sorry for those women who live in Texas. And there's like a Uber was like, also I think some of the policy included anybody who helps a woman do that, and Uber, and so basically Uber was like, if any Uber driver drives a person to the abortion clinic and or whatever, Lyft and or Uber will pay the fees if the state or whatever tries to go after the driver. And I was just like, that is, I mean, I it's great that a company would come out and say something like that. Yes, go.
I know what, I'm sorry. You're losing. We're losing you. So I agree with Wasi. I just want to like clarify some things while she kind of like gets her Wi-Fi. Is that yes, they said that there'd be a $10,000 penalty for anyone helping an abortion happen. Okay, after 6 weeks. And there's no provisions in this rule, by the way, for anyone who's dealing with incest or rape, by the way, which is a whole. I mean, there's millions of problems. I mean, so it's not going to isolate one. But maybe you have seen. Friends of yours on social media. I have to live in California say such things like, if you live in Texas as a female and need a vacation, I have a room and you're welcome to come to my house. And if you get sick while on vacation at my house, I will drive you to the doctor, a very nice doctor who will take care of you, and so will I. Like I keep seeing that, which I think is a really beautiful sentiment and such. So and then that is it's the governor of Texas is just making a lot of moves right now, and Texas is making a lot of moves right now that makes it very hard. I think for women and people to be there. So yes, wow. How's it happening over there?
We're good now. It's like crazy and archaic, and sometimes it like goes backwards, and I just don't understand like why we just like, you can have your personal opinion, and that's true. Then the people who you affect in your lives, then you teach them those things, but don't create a moral compass for the entire state or country. Like that is wrong, and that's an impeding of my freedoms as an American. And I've never said that statement in my entire life. But this is where I'm like, I'm an American. I should be able to do with my body what I want. You want to fight and act a fool there are still people right now fighting and acting a fool all over this country because they're having to wear masks in public places, i.e. a small ass airplane where the air is circulated. There are people fighting that right now. And there are people who are giving credence to that and saying, that's an American standing up for his American right. Well, I want to say I'm an American standing up for my American right and the choice to do what I will with my body. There's that. All right. I think that's the only thing. That's it. The last thing. Let's just go into what we're into. What I'm into is this picture of Monique. I said, come on, pantsuit. I said, come on, pantsuit. I said, come on, mama. I mean, it's a great angle. Don't get me wrong. There's like 3 of those pictures and they're all the same angle. It's just the right angle to where you're like, oh, okay. It looks like it's head on, but it's not really. It's like up. But I said, come on, pantsuit. The pantsuit matching my hair. I said, come on, pantsuit.
Oh my God. I love that you love this so much.
I love a pantsuit. Is that a black lady thing? Because I really only ever see black women in pantsuits, especially tight ones. Think about it. Have we ever seen another woman? There is a picture of somebody who's wearing, like, I think Jessica Chastain. I saw something where she was like wearing when I was looking at that article, and I said to myself, I've never noticed if I've ever seen another, like, black women always just be in pantsuits.
You know what? It's like, I see what you're saying. Like, this almost feels like a onesie more than a pantsuit because it's like, there's not like a definitive, like, pant, like, I mean, but I don't know it just feels kind of like like a onesie.
I'm wrong. This is not a pantsuit. Then this is like a pants romper. What I'm talking about is a one piece with 2 legs, whether the legs are billowy or not.
2 legs.
Not
one leg?
No, not a skirt.
Not 3?
Not a skirt and not a short.
Okay.
That's what I mean. Anyways. That's a unitard. Cat suit. Cat suit.
That
Okay.
is what it is.
Thank you, Mickey. Thank you for knowing the words that we don't know.
I also, 1,000 pieces. It's called cat suit. It's called cat suit.
Right. Thank you. It's a cat suit. Great. Thank you. Mickey's like, it's a cat suit. How many times did she write the word cat suit, Mickey? How many times did you write the word
upset? She's really, I mean, I get it because we're both like, that's not a pantsuit.
Yes, I'm so wrong. Thank you, ladies. But anyways, I love that. Chris, what are you into?
God, you know how sometimes you like do a show where like you do the same thing in every show and you would think you would like remember to like have that thing like ready to go, you know, because you've done it enough. And then like, I mean, like a dream, you are sitting here and then realize you didn't do the thing and you're like, holy, you know, I'm having that moment.
I can tell you what you're into. You're into this apron that I convinced you to get local. Stand up and show it to us, lemons.
Okay, so, oh my God, I forgot. Yeah, Waht. So I cooked a bunch. You know, I'm really into cooking. So Waht told me to get some aprons in my life, and I have 2 aprons now and 2 more coming. And this is my lemony apron. It makes me feel obviously like Positano or like Amalfi Coast. It's like Italian-y, you know, and I say that because I have another apron that's blue and white and well, my darlings, that feels very much more French, right? And then I have 2 more coming, and guess what? They're Lebanese. So I can like really have an apron that I can like pick what I'm cooking to like feel like what I want to wear, which is exciting. God, wow, you really did save me because this is something I can show off that I do love. But yeah, I'm cooking him jeddah for which Waht knows, like, came over to her house and cooked it before. I'm cooking him jeddah, kusa mishwi, which is stuffed. It's supposed to be squash. My dad brought home zucchini, which I'm not happy about. But I had to core them and then stuff them with like a meat and rice mixture. And then jeddah is rice, lentils, and onions, lots of onions. And I got a lot of crispy onions I'm gonna put on top. And then I made like a cabbage salad hung with a very simple like garlic, olive oil, lemon, you know, dressing. And it's already being marinated with the cabbage, honey, a lot of mint, and some tomatoes in there. So all of that's there. My dad and I are going to eat. That's why I had to run down and like, you know, make sure the rice hadn't, you know, happened. Like my armpit's doing one of those like vaginas. It's fine.
Do you, what are you doing tomorrow? Because I fly in tomorrow and I might want to eat. No, I'm just kidding. I won't.
You're like, I'm like, I love that you're like, I haven't been in my bed in one whole, you know, what's so funny is I already told you this. I could easily go to, we have a,
you were telling me the thing on Friday.
Yeah.
I can do that.
Why don't we talk about that afterward?
Yeah. That was the end of my sentence. I can do that.
Okay.
That was the end of my sentence. All right, you guys. So that is it. I want to thank you guys. So, okay. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm so sorry. You know what, my loves, like Jesse and stuff like that, go to my Instagram. I promise you right now, I'm going to go down and show you guys everything, and I'll write it out. Cause it's like, this is Lebanese. It's like, you know, it's like Lebanese words I'm saying. Sorry. So yeah, I'll go to my Instagram and I'll show you all the stuff I just made. So if anyone wants to know that, at Chris L. Farah, I'm going to do like, I'll put up a story literally when I go downstairs. Sorry. I love you, Waht.
Oh, no problem. So you can find Chris Farah on all of her social medias down below. You can find me on all of my social medias, as you are well aware, Z's. And I think that's it. That's all we have to, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yes, I do agree with this statement. Hard to know. You are the bomb. Thank you so much. We really do appreciate it. Hard to know really know how much we appreciate that. Like, that's really nice. Yeah. Thank you.
What do you want from us? And we want to give something to you. What do you want to give them, Waht? A little nip slip?
Oh.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, that's so nice though, and very generous and very gracious, and we thank you so much. Look at Jesse Lee right now doing the Lord's work. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys. So I really am very appreciative of all of you guys and all your support. And I hope that we are providing you the content. I can't speak for Chris. I hope that I'm providing you the content that fills your soul. I was actually talking to somebody who does a podcast that talks about Love After Lockup and 90 Day Fiance. And he was like, you are traveling and you're still going live. And I was like, yeah, I just can't like dip out for 3 weeks. And he's like, you are so nice, you're so great. And I was like, oh, like, yeah, I just was like, I can't not talk to you, and we're in the middle of a thing. Like, I let you guys down in 2020 and my channel suffered and everything suffered for it, but mainly you guys suffered because you don't get this magic. Also, you don't get edited videos from me anymore. And I feel like my edited videos are so hilarious. Like, I would watch them back and die laughing. I would wait for Chris to put up her edited videos. And as much as I feel like they are superior to these lives, I still am like, I can't do them. So I don't have the time. I don't have the time to do them. And so I thank you guys for rocking with me with doing these lives and still coming in and watching and being active, because honestly, if I were a subscriber, I'd be like, I can't watch this girl. I need her to put up give me an 18.5-minute edited video. I need zooms in, I need cuts, I need music, I need all that. And I thank you guys for still sticking with us through this time. So yeah.
I couldn't co-sign more. You know, I understand we've talked about this, but yeah, someone who also has done edited videos, they are superior, and I know that. And they're like, you know, sometimes I'm like, what? Sometimes I do a live, I'm like, I want to delete the hell out of that. But at the same time, we would love to get paid so much with YouTube that we don't have to do anything else or whatever. But like, we all have like random other, you know, like other professions, you know, like, and so it's just a lot to edit, you know, like, and it takes a whole day to edit, and it takes an extra half day to film. So it's like, it's a great, you know, it's like, that's just like that is like a lot. That's a lot. That's more than a seventh, you know, that's like a sixth of your, I can't do math, honey, obviously, like of your week. 1,000 pieces. If you want to see our views for, I know Ari and all those people, like, I know that I went live on Sunday. I talked about all that, and I went in on Ari, and I don't feel good about her. Yeah. I would say.
I did watch yours, and I was like, but everything you said was absolutely correct. Like, I mean, literally, I could talk with you about this. You know, we could talk 90 Day Fiance.
I know, yeah,
all day, every day. But like, and maybe we should one time. Maybe I'll jump in on a live so I can get in. But like,
obviously,
yeah, even if it's for production, I'm a little bit like, I don't even know if I don't know. It's just, it was disrespectful. He brought me.
Oh yeah.
And hold this baby. Remember, this baby could have been yours. Remember, we didn't do any knees.
I mean, if I was, okay, so like literally it's like, okay, if this was a man who I had a baby with, had my baby, it was like, this is my ex-wife. I was watching his ex-wife hold my baby, and then he goes, this could have been yours. I would have grabbed the baby and fuck. If I was the ex-wife, I would be like, I would hold the baby. I'd be like, that's not what you say in front of your wife. And listen, mama, I'm on the same page. That's crazy. I mean, like, there's not like, you know, all of it's crazy, but wow, quickly, I guess someone had like, since you watched my live, do you agree with me about Ellie, how like she's giving me everything because she's profoundly lonely?
Yeah. That's what I said in mine too, is that I 100% understand where Ellie is coming from, because I will be her. I will be her tomorrow, yesterday. And I feel like I did that with Frank. Like, I was like, what do I have to lose? I'm all in. Like, what do I have to lose? At this point, the loneliness is too much. And I'm going to take this chance. I'm going to do this thing. It might be the wrong thing, but I'm grown. I've lived my life. I've tried it the way I was supposed to try it. You know, I've had really shitty things happen to me with love. And if this is an avenue I have to take, which isn't going to do too much damage to my life, then I will do it. And like, here's the deal. I truly do not believe that she's giving up everything. I don't believe that she's giving up her business. Like, maybe she's going to pay this guy a little bit more to be the manager or to like run it full time. But I think that she is like fully signing over the lease. No. I think the only thing that Ellie will actually have, I think that half of her shit is going to be in storage, and she'll pay a monthly fee, or it'll be at a family member's house. She's from Nevada. She could drop half of it off at the family farm. And then if things don't work out, she just moves back. Like, there's an exit plan for Ellie. So, like, for me, I'm just watching a grown-ass woman make choices that she wants to do after doing it the way she was supposed to do it this entire time. And so I'm having grace with her. I think that Victor is a fucking, I don't know why she's being caught up with Victor. However, if Victor has made her feel the way her ex-husband made her feel, you can't put a price on that.
I agree with you, and I feel like I want to have more grace with people. And I like the way you said that. I have grace with her. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, that's it. If you guys want to get more of our opinions about these shows, and they often change a little bit as the seasons go in. I'm open to changing. They watch our stuff. I just got a message from somebody from 90 Day Caribbean. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm sure that one does. I'm sure, like, yeah, the streaming people are helping. It's like, someone talk about us.
Yeah. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I have to realize that they are watching. And I used to remember that. I know Jenny watches. Jenny and Sumit. Like, she watches. And she's very complimentary. And she's like, thank you for being nice to me or whatever. So, like, I'm aware of certain people who do watch. But, like, I just need to be a little bit more grace, especially because most of it is due to production. So, thank you guys for being with us. And you want one more thing you want to say, Chris?
I just like want to only do my lives on like Patreon or something at some point where I'm like, I only want certain people to know my opinions. I truly don't even want the world to know my opinions about everything. But you know, like, I don't want them to know my opinions on them. I just want to be able to say my opinions without like getting to them. It's not that I want them to know how I feel. I just want to be able to say it to like people that, you know, care about whatever dumb opinion of mine. Anyway.
Individuals. Yeah, no, I get you. I want that as well. But I'm like, I'm not the best. Like, the people who have OnlyFans and the people who have like subscription-based products, I don't know how to campaign to get that. When I had Patreon, I was anxious all the time because Patreon people wanted stuff from me, but I'm like, there's not enough of y'all, truthfully, for me to like leave off of YouTube. And so to me, unless I know that I'm gonna get, you know, 200 people following me on Patreon that are going to give $5 a month, like, it's just I'm not good at marketing myself like that. So I don't think I have that, you know, and I don't want to make people pay. This is free.
I know. It's not that I want to, like, I mean, like, I don't want to make people pay. I just want to know that I am like protected from anyone knowing my opinion.
Oh, I see what you're saying. And the thing is, though, Chris, honestly, you're not protected, because once your shit gets fun and interesting and busy, there will be people who sign up for it for the $5 just to fucking do that, just to rip shit. But anyways, I'm not going to. Thank you guys so much for watching us, and we will see you next week. You'll see Chris later on. Chris, tell them when they'll see you next. Whereabouts.
I want to do my pop culture show following at 1:30 Friday. That is Waht and I will talk about that, because maybe we can do something together for this Friday. She could or something. So usually that's at 1:30, and I will post about it and have that up for just everything that else probably happens the next 3 days or 2 days, 48 hours. I can't do math, that we haven't talked about. So that's happening. And then more 90 Day will happen Sunday when we see the next episode and I get to go and talk about it. And then you'll come back on Wednesday for this. It almost feels like Big Brother, because it's like 3 nights a week. Okay. You know, it's like head of household competition Wednesday, vote them out. But other than that, of course, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter. I am at Chris L. Fair. The L's for the Lebanese food that's probably burning downstairs. years. Ha 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 ha. And of course, you can also join my private Facebook group, and that's called Vanity Farah. I love you guys so much, and thank you so much to the mods, everyone engaging. Thank you so much for subscribing to this video and liking this video. I love all of you, and thank you for celebrating my beautiful friendship with my love. Wow. Like I don't like, that's another point, is like people who are like, we love your friendship and we want to be friends with you. It's like, thank you so much, because what a beautiful sentiment to give us, truly people that love each other and have been friends for a long time. So we enjoy celebrating our friendship with you. It makes us happy.
It does. All right, you guys, have a fantastic next 2 days until we see you again. Remember to be you, be true, and find your place. Bye.
Take care of yourselves and one another. Stand up for what you believe. Stand up for what you believe. Like if you're in California, make sure to vote for the recall or whatever, ha ha ha, and make art with your friends or whatnot. Okay, bye.